and welcome to LIPI Presents Real Ghost Hunting, the Reveal Show. We're here to talk about our investigation at the Speakeasy in York, Pennsylvania. So we had a bunch of people there. I was actually not on this investigation, so I think it's mainly going to be more you guys talking about that, but I'm going to go over the field report. And Tom, why don't you tell us about Speakeasy?
So we found out about the York Speakeasy is they actually do public ghost tours. So they kind of got on our radar as far as that goes. We were looking for a new place to check out. York's a very historic city, you know, a lot of old time architecture and buildings and, you know, a lot of history there. So
90s grunge music.
And 90s grunge music, as we learned later. So originally it was presented as, you know, there were going to be multiple locations that we'd be able to investigate. Once we got there, we kind of found this was going to be the best one for us to check out, so we wound up spending the entire night pretty much there. You know, as far as what it actually was, there's a little bit of discrepancy on that. You know, we did a little research and we found different information, but, you know, they're standing by that it was at some point actually a speakeasy back in the day. You know, we basically, I would say, we would agree that it was in the basement of a office/apartment building, kind of set up to look like an old speakeasy, and you know, it was a cool location because obviously it's an old building.
Right.
You know, it was interesting. It was laid out. You know, good spot to investigate where we could have a lot of equipment out and spread out. It was, you know, maybe not what we were expecting, but I think it turned into a pretty good investigation otherwise.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to kind of go through the Speakeasy. We were there for about 5 hours investigating, so we were there a long time. We used a bunch of different thermometers, from ambient to surface temperature thermometers to stationary. Nothing there unusual, no hot or cold spots reported throughout the night, nothing paranormal there. We set up a couple of different energy loss meters, nothing there, so no paranormal activity there. We had a bunch of different static meters, nothing there, that was 0. We had a DX2 Geiger counter that was quiet, no paranormal activity there. Electrosmog we used, that was nothing. And then we did have a whole bunch of different EMF meters set up. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 EMF meters set up. All of them were not paranormal. A couple of them did have some high spikes in the readings, but that was just due to the high EMF that was in the building. Mm-hmm. So that was ruled out as being possibly paranormal.
Yeah, there was some exposed wiring.
Yeah.
Old, you know, piping and that type of thing. There was a couple spots where it was through the roof.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. All right. Yeah. So nothing there had any paranormal readings. We had 6 motion sensors set up. We did not pick up any readings on the motion sensors. We had 6 static pods set up. We did not pick up any unusual activity through the static pods at all. We set up a REM pod as well. That did not go off at all. That was all quiet. Geophone, Class 2M laser projector, all quiet. So equipment-wise, we did not really pick up anything that we consider to be paranormal. The walkie-talkie summary was quiet. Nothing happened there. We did catch a couple of EVPs. One of them is Class D. We're not going to play that for you because you're not going to really be able to hear it. But we do have a class, what we call Class A2 EVP. It's of a female, and I'll play it for you guys, and then we'll talk about what it is.
Not only the mirror, but also she's fucking here.
First time I walked in the house, all of a sudden my heart felt like just...
Yeah, saying Shannon and Mike, just like that. So it's classified as A2. We can clearly tell what it's saying. A2 is just because it's whispery. It's on the lower end of the spectrum. So that's what we caught for our audio. That's the only real good EVP we caught. But we did capture something on the Ovilus, which was weird. I believe it was Brandon who said, you know, if someone's here, say cattywampus. Like, you know, you're going to hear that.
Yes.
And there's actually a response repeating what Brandon is saying. So it's a little cut out in and out, but I'll play it for you. You guys should be able to hear it.
Sounds good.
There's someone here say cattywampus, and I'll believe.
You see your thing crawl through.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's it. It's just you say cattywampus, and then you hear who's that responds? Is that Connor? Who was it? Was it
That
you?
was me.
It was like, oh my god.
Because even though the audio on it was chopped up, we could see the word on the screen, and
Right.
it said it.
It was weird. It was weird.
And it's another case where all the times I've ever used that, it's never said that word before or after that one time. So.
And who programs that word in there? You know, the deep dive. So yeah, we caught one EVP, and we did capture that on the obelisk saying cattywampus, which is really odd. We also used the PSB7 Spirit Box summary. Nothing was there. We didn't pick up anything there. We set up a bunch of different cameras. We had motion sensor IR cameras set up in the back room. Nothing paranormal. Nothing on the IR digital camera. Nothing on the standard digital camera. Nothing on the full spectrum. Nothing on the FLIR. And we did not capture any unusual sightings through the DVR system as well. Personal experiences wise, everybody felt it was quiet. Nobody really felt like it was a wild night, you know. So yeah, overall, that's it.
I mean, yeah, we've only been there one time, so it's very hard to call a location haunted or not. I'm not going to declare this either or. Like I said, we've only investigated it once. It sucks because what we were told what the place was isn't necessarily what it is. They're saying it's a speakeasy, but we're doing research. We had, one of the guys in our group do research and contact the York Historical Society, and they're like, nope. There's no claims of that building ever being a speakeasy. So, it kind of sucks because when you go in there, they have it set up that way. There's a piano. They have like a little crappy stage. They have a bunch of little props and stuff of, old-time cups and beer bottles. But then on the other side, you're talking about a long basement, and then the opposite side by the stairs that come down. And the stairs look pretty, old and stuff, it had that look to it. But then you had a bunch of, dolls set up. There was like a
Yeah, it was like a doll room.
It was like a little child play
It
area.
was weird. It made no sense. It just had no business being there.
Yeah.
If you're saying this is a speakeasy, that has no business being there. So
It looks super creepy, Mike.
It looks super creepy.
it's just, it was, I don't know. Like you didn't have privacy because there was the entrance that we entered in through was a community washer and dryer, which it's an apartment building above. There's multiple tenants, and they have access to that area. So right there, you didn't have free reign. And then the other side door, that's right from the street, somebody actually walked in us in the middle of our investigation. So I mean, I don't know. It kind of sucks. The evidence that we did capture, like I said. Is it because the place is haunted? Is it because you're saying what it is and you're having teams come in here? And they used equipment. We found, I think, a tripod with part of a connect to it, So are you pulling stuff in because this place isn't haunted and now you have all these teams? You're telling all these people that this is the stories, this is what's happened here, and now you're generating your own stuff, I don't know. I'm not a fan of doing stuff like that, especially... saying what it is and what's really not,
Right.
But otherwise, that's what we caught. The conditions weren't great either. We were supposed to be sleeping over there throughout the night, and there was just no way. The dust, it's a basement. It's an old basement that hasn't been probably swept in 3 decades,
There was mold.
It was a storage room, there was mold.
There was cockroaches running
There
around.
was roaches in there. So it was, we were like, no, we're not sleeping here. There's no way. We were coughing for days as well after that. So, I don't know. I would just say to any teams doing investigations, public ghost hunts, whatever it is, research the place before you can. We did do as much research as we could. We didn't think the people that are actually hosting it would really give us that much false information, unfortunately, but that's just the way it goes. So as far as being haunted or not, you need to investigate it more, but I would investigate what it is before I go. You know, what it really is history-wise before I go in there and investigate the paranormal.
Okay.
Because we kind of geared our investigation towards it being that.
Right. Because we had all of the equipment set up on the stage, the piano. We're like, all right, if something's going to happen, this is where it's going to go down.
And you know, if there was something there and we were asking questions about a speakeasy, they're going to be, what the hell are you talking about? You know,
Right.
This was an office or a medical building or something, you know.
Exactly.
And then it changes because your activity might be in a different room from where they're saying from the places that look cool and haunted, you know?
You know, and this is one of 3 locations that we had access to. This, we chose I don't want to say the safest, because that's definitely not the right term. The one where we'd least likely to get hepatitis and murdered, I guess. The other location was a morgue, doctor's office and morgue. We go in there and there's police caution tape all over the place. There was black mold. The hot water heater was leaking. It was also in the basement of a tenant building that everyone had access to. It was just not right. And then we had the house, which there was no information on, just a random empty house. Just because a house is empty doesn't make it haunted. Just because it's 200 years old or 100 years old doesn't make it haunted. It was in bad condition. We walked in and it was bad. It was, to let people in a place like that blows my mind. Even as if you were a real estate agent, you wouldn't let someone in that house.
Right.
You're held liable for those things. I mean, our feet were sticking to the floor. The carpet was embedded into the hardwood flooring that was there. It was in bad shape, and we're like, we ain't invested. And it was in a bad neighborhood on top of that. You know, so we just wound up staying at this one location, and it was pretty sketchy. So, any of you paranormal investigators that do watch our stuff, if you do want more information, feel free to email us. We'll give you a little bit more information on what we did there. And my advice is go somewhere else.
Save your money.
Save your money. Go somewhere else. Yeah, because it's pretty real. So.
Yep. All right, well, what did you guys think of the episode? Let us know in the comments section below. If you haven't yet, you can always click the like, share, and subscribe. We will also attach the video to the end here, so if you've seen this and you want to go back and watch the episode, you can. It'll be right in the bottom corner here. But that's it for now, and until next time, you guys, take care.
Good night.